Hey guys, how's it going? I recorded this already, but there was some issue with something. I guess something got deleted, so I had to re-record this. All right, so I'm gonna kind of go fast because I gotta get to work like right after this. All right, so Sony's press conference or Gamescom press conference. I watched it earlier, about 2 hours. Well, no, it was about an hour ago. It finished. No, 2 hours ago. Yes, it was about 2 hours ago. It finished. All right, and here are my thoughts. Okay, so they open with Bloodborne gameplay. This is the new kind of Demon Souls, Dark Souls type of game from I think the main developer behind it, and showed some gameplay of that. So if you're into that, you have cool gameplay like from Bloodborne. I'm not really into the whole Dark Souls thing. I know a lot of people really like it, but that's just not really my thing. Um, but there is gameplay up, and the graphics look really good, like really good graphics. So that was pretty cool. They also announced that over 10 million units were globally sold for the PS4. Right, that's not units shipped. That's actually sold in people's homes. Over 10 million units. So, and that's just great news because I mean, hopefully this gives developers a hint that hey, now the next generation is, there's actually a market on the next generation, so now we can develop our games solely for the next gen consoles. We really need that to happen because a lot of these developers are sitting here and they're like, well, let's put it on last gen just in case, and then we'll put it on the current gen right now. And I mean, every single third-party game that's come out this year has been on either PS3 or Xbox 360. And I think the first true third-party next gen exclusive is Assassin's Creed Unity, I believe. Assassin's Creed Unity is only on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, so it's like the first true next generation third party game. But hopefully, this gives developers more hints about, just to let them know that hey, you can develop a game for next gen console now because there's a market for it. So hopefully that happens, and but that's just fantastic news for Sony. They unveiled this game called the Tomorrow Children. Looked very weird. I don't even know if I'm into it. It was just I don't. It was just weird, right? It was this weird game, some action thing, and yeah, I'm not really interested in it. But they revealed that, all right, and they also revealed that the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which was originally unveiled as a PC exclusive, it's coming to the PlayStation 4 first. It's going to be a console first, and then it's going to be ported to other platforms. So that's a game I'm really interested in, though. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter looks really good. The graphics look really good as well. So that's good. Sony has that. They just basically this whole conference, and this is kind of what I'll talk about that after. But they basically went into the whole indie scene. All right, so they had like a bunch of games come out, and they're showing it off. I saw Papers, Please on there, so I guess they're porting Papers, Please to PS4 and probably Vita. Buy that game, please, guys. Buy that game. Papers, Please is like one of the most exceptional indie games like I've ever played. Definitely like the top 3 best indie games out there. It might even be the best one if I want to narrow it down. But that was just a fantastic game. So when that comes out, buy it, please. Then the guys over at Ninja Theory, who made DMC, Devil May Cry, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, and Heavenly Sword, they came out and they unveiled their new game. It was a trailer. It's called Hellblade. And I think it's a CGI trailer. It looked really good, though, and I'm pretty interested in it. And, Enslaved, I wasn't really a big fan of DMC. I just not into the whole hack and slash nature of it, but I did like Heavenly Sword, and I also liked Enslaved, and both those games had really good stories. So I think Hellblade at the very least is going to have hopefully an interesting story. Enslaved was just a great game. That had a great story, and I hope that they kind of do something similar with Hellblade. They also had this other game called Rime, which I don't even remember, so it must not have been that. It must not have been that that good if I don't remember. I must have not have any interest in it, but it's called Rime. They unveiled that, so that's cool. And the guys from Bungie came out, and at this point, what don't we know about Destiny? I mean, we've played the alpha, we played the beta, we've played the competitive multiplayer. They talk about it nonstop. It's like, what more do we have to know about Destiny? But they came out, they unveiled a multiplayer trailer, competitive multiplayer trailer, and talked about the pre-order stuff and also the DLC. I guess the first expansion pack, Expansion 1, is coming out in December, so that's pretty good. They also announced that Destiny is the most pre-ordered new IP in history. That is big. The most pre-ordered new IP in history. That's pretty cool. And guys from Ubisoft came up to talk about Far Cry 4. They gave some more insight and details into this program that's a PlayStation exclusive for Far Cry 4, where you can invite your friends who don't own the game. They call it Keys to Kyrat, and gave a little. They ran a trailer for it. Something stuck in my throat. They ran a trailer for it, and you know, they're talking about it like, oh, you can invite your friends who don't own the game already. But then during the trailer was interesting because in the trailer it said, and for a limited time of 2 hours, your friend can do, and it's like, for a limited time of 2 hours. So it's not like, oh, I'm in an open world, I can invite my friend, we can play, you know, 8 hours of the game, and we can just play, explore the whole open world if he doesn't own the game. It's only for 2 hours. And at this point, now I have another question. Is it 2 hours indefinitely, or is it like a reoccurring thing? Is it like 2 hours every 24 hours? Or is it just 2 hours and then you can't invite him again, you have to actually, he has to actually buy the game to join. I don't know how that's going to work, but it is a PlayStation exclusive thing. It's a cool idea, but only for 2 hours, which I guess makes sense in a marketing, you know, term. Obviously you're kind of giving a large portion of the game away. So, but yeah, for 2 hours, that's the way it works. Kojima came up on stage and talked about the boxes, the box mechanic for Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain. So the box can do all these different things. Now you can pop out of the box and shoot. You can jump out from the side of the box and get away if you're being investigated. And he also said that you can actually put wallpapers and like images on the box. So the guy sees a box and he's like, "What's that over there?" He stands up, right? You stand up and there's this image of a guard who's like saluting him, and the guy's like, "Oh, it's just a guard, okay," and he walks away. It's stupid. Like, how could you not know that that was a cardboard box? It's stupid. And there's another thing where he's laying down, right? He folds a cardboard box as it's laying down. And it's like some swimsuit model doing a sexy pose. And this guy comes over and he's like, and he literally, like, I swear, he literally sneaks out. And it's like, here's the box. And he literally sneaks out right next to him. And he's so just distracted by this cardboard box with this swimsuit model on it. And it's like, it's ridiculous humor, but that's kind of like what Metal Gear Solid is kind of known for, you know? It has that ridiculous humor, so it's kind of quirky in that respect. And I think that's what people like about it, but they did have that. And, what else? Oh, it's up here. PT, they announced this new game called PT, which is actually available now. You can actually get the game now. So I haven't downloaded it on my PS4. I probably will, but I have to go to work. So I'll go on my PlayStation app, and I'll download it there. And they also announced that YouTube sharing is coming to the share feature on PS4, and also with the new software 2.0 update. So this is going to allow YouTube sharing, and it's also going to allow this new thing called SharePlay. And this is a really good idea. So when you're sitting on the couch with your friends, and they want to play, all you have to do is controller here. All you have to do is pass the controller to them, and they can play the game, right? SharePlay basically does the same concept, but over the internet, wirelessly. So you can be playing a game, right? Your friend's over here, and he says, "Oh, what are you playing? Oh, Far Cry 4. Oh, I want to play that game." So you basically go to SharePlay, and what it does is it transfers the game over to his console, I guess through streaming, and he's able to play the game, and you're able to watch him play. All being streamed wirelessly. So I thought that's pretty cool, because it's like, oh, you know, I want to play a game, but he's not right next to you. Now they can actually play games with you wirelessly from separate houses. So I thought that was a really good idea. I'm really interested to see how that works. But that's actually a very similar idea to, I think, what Microsoft had with the original Xbox One, and now Sony's kind of staying on top of it. So this is interesting. This is going to be interesting to see how it works. And I don't know if it's going to be available everywhere. It'll probably be testing in the North America region first. I would think so. PlayStation Now is also getting a European launch. All right, they announced that it's coming out in 2015. So people in Europe will be able to enjoy PlayStation Now. Us in America, we have the open beta, for quite some time. I've had the PS3 closed beta since like June or May. Like I think it was like May or something like that. Right, I had it for a while. and they didn't really have any games on there, but that I was really interested in playing. And if they did have games, I was interested in playing. I already owned them, so but that's cool. The Europeans get PlayStation Now. You also have PlayStation TV, which is launching in Europe on November 18th, I believe. So PlayStation TV is the thing that allows you to stream your PS4 games to a different TV in the house, or you can actually play Vita games on there. You also have apps like Netflix and stuff like that. They also can. Then they got to the good stuff. Until Dawn, they re-revealed it. This is the horror game that was shown, I don't even know how long ago, and people have been waiting to hear about it. So they were talking about how they completely retooled the game, they redid the graphics, and it's built specifically up on the PS4 architecture. And let me say something. The graphics look absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if that trailer was pre-rendered. I think it was actual gameplay. It looked like actual real-time gameplay. But just the level of detail, the characters themselves look like real people. Like, it's literally past the uncanny valley, right? So it's like an incredible amount of detail, and it looks like you're watching some cool horror film or some TV series. So it looks really, really cool. So Until Dawn was probably the best thing that they showed in terms of hardcore AAA games. And to be honest, it was the only thing that they showed. The only really new thing that they showed was Until Dawn. Drive Club, they showed that after, and they talked literally for about 2 minutes, and they said, "This is our dynamic weather system. Look at the raindrops on the cars and on the ground," and it looked impressive. And they were like, "Okay, bye." And that was like it. It was like the most pointless thing for them to come out, because all they were like was just, "Hi, look at our raindrops. Okay, we're gonna go now." And that was like it, right? The weather system looks really good. It's going to be interesting, and the graphics look absolutely phenomenal already. But it's like you would have expected them to go a little bit more in depth. So I don't know. They also announced that Tearaway will be they're going to be porting it to PS4 because they couldn't do it for the Vita for whatever reason. So Tearaway is coming to PS4, and they used the DualShock 4 in many ways. We used the light bar and stuff like that. And also Alien Nation, they announced as well, which is from the developers of the developers behind Dead Nation and Resogun. So they make a new game called Alien Nation, and it kind of looks like Dead Nation. I'm not really interested in it, but yeah, that's basically what the Sony press conference was. I think it was kind of boring. It was only an hour long, and Microsoft's was 2 hours. Microsoft's felt like it went through pretty quickly. Sony's felt like it dragged on at some point, so the pacing wasn't that good. Overall, it was very lackluster. They didn't really have anything to show, and what they did show wasn't that interesting to begin with. The best thing out of the show was Bloodborne gameplay and Until Dawn and the software update version 2.0. That was like the best thing, really. Those were the only notable things, right? Like 60% of the conference was indie games, 20% of the conference was stuff we already knew about, and another 20% was actually new announcements. And it's just kind of boring. So personally, I think Microsoft stole the show. I think that they have the best press conference so far. Now keep in mind, EA's is later at 1 a.m. So I'm going to be staying up to watch that, and I won't be able to give you guys my thoughts until the morning of, right? Because I'm going to watch at 1 a.m. I'm going to sleep, and then when I wake up, I'll probably do my press conference thoughts. But just want to let you guys know that. So I'll talk to you all later. I have to go. Sorry for the quick kind of vlog here, but there's some problem with for some reason it didn't record. So all right, I gotta go. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day. You can tell me what you guys thought about the press conference as well. All right.